Hey everyone, welcome to Alchemy with Xerophayze. This is Eric, and I know it's been a while since I've done a video, so I'm hoping to have we're going to do a tutorial on how to produce some high quality PNG images that are transparent. They can be used on t-shirts, they can be used in a production environment essentially. It's been a while since I've done a video because I've been developing a lot of processes, software, things like that, diving into AI, automation, and various things like that. And one of the processes I have worked out is how to produce these PNGs because I wanted to start an Etsy store and get them out there. So let me show you exactly what I mean, though. So in this image, so I'm using AI to do a lot of things, including prompting and generating the images. I have a system for that too, but I wanted to kind of create some relatable, funny images that could be printed on t-shirts. But I had to go through several different processes or test several different things to try and figure out how to effectively remove the background when you have a lot of things like this hanging out, like instead of just being a circle or, things that are close like this are really difficult for a lot of the AI background removers to handle. They typically have problems with spaces like this. They'll leave like shadowing, a gradient. If you're using a black background or even a white background, it'll leave that there, and it just makes the image, the PNG transparency, look like garbage. And so the process I found is using a chroma-key green background and just ensuring that that particular shade of green just does not show up in the image, but also getting the using a a specific background removal using just a key color key. And I developed some software that allows us to do this rather easily, actually. And I'll show you that software. That's kind of what this tutorial is going to direct towards. So as you can see, this is a transparency. It's very well cut out. There are very minimal artifacts that honestly are not going to show up in a print. So this would be considered production ready, and it can be scaled up. It's a 2048 by 2048. Should be print at this size. It's absolutely printable and would not leave any artifacting. So it looks great. I want to get started. Let's jump right into producing the image first, and I'll produce some prompts for you, or show you some prompts that you can use to kind of help out with this. So we're going to jump right into my XeroGen Forge software that I've developed. This is up. Everybody can get access to this and use it if you want. The prompt generation is free if you want to use the prompt generators. You don't have to pay for any of that. You can buy credits for generating images or videos, that kind of thing. But the prompt generator is free. And I do have people that use the old legacy version, which is this one right here, which allows you to kind of build up libraries of prompts and you can export them. So you might be interested in that. So what we're going to do, let's go to the library here real quick, and let's pull out something with some words, like this one right here. So as you can see, this is a very crisp graphic where the green is very sharp along the edges and has been stylized in a very specific way. Let's find, I think there's another one here. That was a redo, but we're going to find yeah, this is the one with the actual prompt. So this is the prompt right here. And we're going to take that prompt and send it over to the editor here. So you can see the prompt here. We got original premium t-shirt graphic on a perfectly solid, bright chroma green background. It's a hard phrase to say. And we give it the actual hex code for the color. This actually does help the AI quite a bit. And then we specify, kind of the alignment. We want centered retro screen print illustration. So we're giving it alignment. We're giving it the style of what kind of what we're basing it off of. And then we're giving it what we want to see of a determined snail carrying a glowing constellation garden on its shell. And then kind of doing a description of the coloring: cream, dusty lavender, burnt orange, and black palette. So moving from subject to visual description of it and what's in it, Then we're jumping into kind of describing that art: crisp, bold ink shapes, balanced composition, and generous empty margin. Now we include the text, include the exact text, slow growth. Make sure I didn't move that. And still counts in large, highly legible cream display lettering with black outline. So we're getting very descriptive. And this is what I love about NanoBanana, NanoBanana 2, I should say. Like, you can throw a lot of this description in there and it just nails it every single time. I think we're going to change this though. Like I said, I'll make this prompt available if you want, but honestly, any AI system can now generate these prompts. It's really not hard. This was one generated by Codex, actually, which works really well because I was using it to develop some of my systems. So we're going to change this. Let's change this to, where is it? Glowing constant, okay, of a determined snail. So we're going to change this to a misfit skunk holding flowers looking in wonder up at the sky. And we're going to keep the same color palette. I don't want to get too much into this. I'm just saying you could modify this. Then we're going to come down here and modify the wording. So we're going to say, I don't know, what's a good phrase we could use? Okay, how about this? Oops, let's grab these. Manifesting at my own speed. There we go. Okay, we're going to leave the rest of it the same. It doesn't really matter. And we're going to leave it as a 1x1 aspect. Change that to there. We're going to leave it at 2048 pixel, and we are using Google NanoBanana 2. We're going to generate that. It gives us a preview of the canvas it's going to send. We're going to send that. And we get our nice graphic of a skunk holding some flowers, looking up at the sky. And, it's kind of fun. I don't know if I'll use this one, but this is just to show a good example of this. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to save this out, and now we're going to take it into another program I've developed that does a lot of different things, and we're going to go in another video showing how to create something else using it. But in this instance, we're going to move this over to that program. Okay, so this program is called TEK Media Converter. I kind of did it under another business I use, but it's an open source program I've created. It's up on my GitHub that allows you to do a lot of different things with pictures and images. And I'm going to do a separate tutorial on how to use this because you're going to find this program very, very useful. So what I'm going to do is move that image over into this program. Okay, so all I did was just drag and dropped it over from the downloads folder, and you can see the image here. Gives you the size, shows you the current dimensions. And what we want to do, we're going to convert this to a transparency. And so we want to switch the output format to, it could be one of two different things. It could either be WebP or a PNG. In this particular instance, we're going to use PNG. WebP is a compression similar to JPEG. It does a better job of maintaining the image, but and it supports transparencies, which is awesome for web images. But for production, we want to use PNG. Okay. Then we're going to use remove by color, and then we're going to select that color, or we can actually just copy over the color from here, and then come back over here. We're going to paste that in here, and it'll show you the color. Okay. The other thing you can do is choose. And it'll give you a color picker, which doesn't really help. You want to make sure you get the exact color from the image. The other way you can do this is go to the crop split preview, or I think the crop split preview overlay that we have. This is another function this has. And you can do pick key color and just select that. So it looks like it might be a little off because that's the one we put in there, but the AI color that came out is this one. So we're going to make sure we have an exact color on that. Now that we have the exact color, we want to make sure we specify the variance and edge softness. And I think in my experimenting on this, I believe this was better at 60, and the edge softness, I think, up at around 55. We'll see. And then we just do, once that's done, it's going to, when it converts it, it's going to put it in the same directory as the original. You can actually specify a different output folder if you really want. And you can actually do resizing here. You can do a simple resize to a different size. Or you can actually do an AI upscale, which it's very simple. It's not going to add detail, but it does help alleviate some of the pixelization that happens when you're just resizing an image. So we're going to leave that at that, and we're just going to click Convert. Looks like there's already an image there with that name, but we're going to say yes, we're going to replace it. It finishes. So let's take a look here. And here's the result. And the wonderful thing about doing it this way is as long as the character or whatever you're doing doesn't contain the same color green, it's going to come out flawless. You're going to get, in fact, in this one right here, it looks like it got rid of all the green in between the flowers. And it's kind of cool. It's got kind of a dirty look to it because of how it was generated, but that was all part of the original image. But yeah, all the way down to each little nook and cranny, removed all that. Then you can upscale this and use it in your production. Kind of a cool, simple way to create high-quality PNGs for prints. And you can adjust those settings here, the variance and the edge softness to, if you don't feel that that result is good enough. You can actually adjust these to get the exact, dial in exactly for your images. Okay, that's it. Once you get that image, it's ready to go. You can use it to print on transparencies for iron-ons, or whether it's t-shirts or stickers or vinyl or whatever you want. It's ready to go. I appreciate you listening. If you're this far along, please subscribe and like the video. And we'll talk to you all later.